Now, this verse in 24 is very important here. Judge not according to the appearance, but judge righteous judgment. So he's saying, judge not based on the appearance, but judge with righteous judgment that is given to us through the Holy Spirit. So we as Christians, now a lot of people like to say, you're a Christian, but why are you judging me? Didn't the Bible say you're not supposed to judge? No. It says, judge not according to the appearance. So don't judge someone based on their looks, but rather judge righteous judgment. So we're called as Christians to have righteous judgment. And that means if we see something as evil and wicked and sinful, we can call it out. And we are right in doing so because we are called to have a righteous judgment on things. Like if there's evil and wickedness and sin, we're not just supposed to not judge because we're not supposed to judge. No, we have called to have righteous judgment on issues. And so if people are living in sin and they're not supposed to in the church, or if they're teaching false doctrine, or if they're living a lifestyle of sin but claiming to be a follower of Christ, but they're acting contrary-wise, right? We're called to call these things out with righteous judgment. Then we read in verse 25, then said some of them of Jerusalem, is not this he whom they seek to kill? So now they're saying, like, isn't this the guy who the Jews seek to kill, right? And then verse 26, but lo, he speaketh boldly, and they say nothing unto him. Do the rulers know indeed that this is the very Christ? So he's saying that Jesus is speaking very boldly. And so we should try to speak boldly too, against evil, against wickedness, against whatever it might be, to stand firm and put on the full armor of God, to resist the devil, fight against the devil's schemes, and be a light that Christ was and Christ calls us to be, right? Because it's so important. He did it himself. He spoke boldly. And now it's very specifically here. It says he spoke so boldly that the rulers didn't even know what to answer him, right? And that also made them really angry too. And that's why they really sought to kill him from very early on, right? He's speaking so boldly and they're being so quiet that the people are starting to say, do they know that this is the very Christ?